welcome to another fun-filled episode of Drawing with this guy. Today we're going to learn how to draw Bird from Bird and Squirrel. He's the yellow guy right here. He loves to fly, loves to have lots of fun. So sharpen your pencils, grab some paper, and let's draw Bird. Alright, so Bird is a little bit more complicated than Squirrel was last week. He's got a bit more parts to him. But again, we're going to start with the big shape on Bird, and that is sort of, it's not a normal shape, I guess, like a square or a circle. It's more of a sort of a couple shapes, I guess. But that is basically his body shape. And then what I like to do is draw the eyes of the inside of his goggles, which looks something like that, and put another one over here, like that. And if you're drawing in pencil, you can go in here, whoa, and erase this part. And then we'll draw the top of his goggles like this. Of course, they wrap around like that. Come underneath here. When you're drawing these kind of characters and drawing characters of your own, even though we're drawing what seems like flat shapes, there's actually, you have to think of it as having depth and that you're actually drawing around like forms. So for this, you know, there's sort of this part goes up here like this and that part goes over. So there's like some dimension. Again, if you were to draw a line here, then this part would go down and there would be another line here and it would come down like that. So then it becomes more of a boxy shape and this would carry through up there. So I don't necessarily always draw those, but when I'm drawing, I'm thinking of sort of those planes of the form that I'm drawing over. And it helps you when you want to go to turn things in space or turn your characters or move them around. And it obviously gives them more depth. And so we're going to draw next the inside of his goggles, which is like this. Of course, he needs his eyes so he can see us. Let's give him two eyes like that. And then his little eyebrows. And Bird generally is happy mostly all the time. He has a little feather on the back of his head. Looks like that. And then, of course, he has his beak, which comes out. And then it comes in. And we'll curve it up on the end like that because he's happy. We'll erase the inside parts. And then the inside of his mouth comes down. Comes around like this. And then we put that, and he has a tongue in there. You can shade this in. Like that. And on the front, he has like these little, I guess it would be feathers, or the indication of feathers, but again, so he doesn't look like he's naked. Of course, he has two legs. They're just little sticks, because like I said last week, if you want to draw animals, there's nothing easier than giving them stick arms and legs to make their anatomy sort of work, especially for horses. So there's that. Of course, now we'll draw his wings on. And we'll have him standing with his hands on his hips. So we're going to draw a shape like that. And then he has some feathers down here, which act as his fingers. This, and of course this part comes in like that, and like that. And then again, we'll put some like little feather sort of marks on him. And you can erase this part. Like that. And then depending on what you want to do on this side, he could be waving at somebody, so you could have his arm sort of coming up like this. And have this out here. Sort of put the feathers out. We'll give him an extra one on this side. Because you can pretty much have as many or as few feathers as he needs. That arm is sort of big. So we're going to let's make this arm a little smaller. So we don't want him to have one giant arm. So make it a little bit smaller. There we go, that's better. So maybe actually give him a thumb up here. So he's got his hand out and he's going to wave, so we'll give him some action lines so it looks like he's moving. Of course, his tail, again, just like squirrels, it doesn't actually connect to his body, but it's just a triangle. We'll put, again, some little feather marks inside there. And then we'll give him some lines on the ground, so again, it doesn't look like he's floating. And we're going to have him wave at us, so we'll move his eyes so they're looking at us. There you go. And then he's going to say, hello. Just like that. And a little word balloon like that. So that's Bird. And of course, if you wanted to draw Bird flying, it's almost the same sort of thing. It's a big shape. So instead of it being upright, we're going to sort of break the shape like this. So that becomes the big shape. And because he's moving, we're going to have this feather going back. Draw the eyes. Erase the inside. Draw this in here, which we're going to fix in a second because it lines up with the top of his head, which isn't good. So we're drawing this a little bit faster just because I sort of added this extra at the end. So we'll have this be down a little bit lower. And again, I can't forget his eyebrows, inside of the goggles, his eyes, his beak. And it takes a lot of practice to be able to draw characters. I mean, it looks like it's easy, but you have to keep in mind that I've drawn these characters over and over and over. You know, for one book, draw them hundreds of times, but then also just roughing them in, it's going to take even more times than that. So it becomes a lot like signing your name. You sign it enough times, then it just becomes second nature. So we draw his wings sort of outstretched, and he's going to have a wing on this side. And it's going to cover up the other drawing a little bit. And then we can erase this. And of course his tail's back there. Again, it's not attached. Like that. And his legs are back here like this. I don't know if you'd see that other leg. Maybe you'd see a bit of it, but I think I'm going to leave it off because it kind of looks funny when you have the other leg sticking out like that. Because he's off the ground, if you put a shadow underneath him, it looks like that. So, there we have two drawings of Bird, one where he is waving and the other one where he is flying. So it's action-packed. And if you wanted to put like some action lines in here, like that. Oh, we forgot the strap. Gotta make sure you double check at the end, make sure everything's there. So there we go, that's Bird. Hope you had fun. Well, I hope you had fun drawing Bird. And the next couple weeks, I hope to have a guest artist or two maybe stop by the show and show you how to draw one of their characters. Until then, you can stop eating the cheese. Keep practicing, keep drawing, having fun. Take care. Bye.